last week, the overall CS2 experience, at least on Valve's official servers, has been interesting to say the least. From what feels like thousands of comments and from my own experience, VAC for many players just feels off. And I mean, it's up until the point, at least as of recently, where it feels like Valve just flipped a switch and nobody knows why. Now, this has all really come to the fact that a huge portion of the CS2 player base has and is claiming cheating inside CS2 is at an all-time high. No matter the rank, no matter the region, players are sick and tired of wasting their hard-earned time off to play CS2. And what a lot of players are finding to be the hardest thing with all this is a lot of people could probably agree that this is probably a pretty easy fix for Valve within reason. They have the funds, they have the resources, and they have the manpower and the willpower to do so. It's just a matter of actually getting it done. Today's video, I want to break down what's currently wrong and happening with VAC, possible solution, when we could see a change, alongside a bunch more. I want to thank SkinsMonkey for sponsoring today's video. Are you bored of your current Counter-Strike loadout and want to trade it out for something different? SkinsMonkey has you covered. As a buying and trading marketplace, SkinsMonkey offers amazing deals and the fastest way to trade out your old skins for something new. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5 by spending $100 or more, as well as you also get a 35% deposit bonus when topping up your balance. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be at the top of the description down below. Now, firstly, for today's video takes us back to as far as I know where this all pretty much happened, where just weeks ago, Valve changed their hardware in terms of VAC. For those who don't know, VAC at the time was running on GTX 1080 Ti's, and they've been running those said cards since they came out, so well over a decade, and just up until these last few weeks, they were now just replaced with H200 GPUs, which I'm not complaining, it's definitely an upgrade. You're dealing with $1,000 or less for a GTX 1080 at the time, and that's just from retail, that's not the cost that's coming right from NVIDIA, and now in 2025, it's 40 to 55, maybe even 60K for one single H200 GPU. But the thing is, Valve has the cash, it's just now a matter of them actually working, and the devs also working alongside with them. Now, what this has come down to is a lot of players have been saying and asking if, well, Valve being on such old hardware, was this ruining the overall Counter-Strike experience going from CSGO to CS2, even now in CS2 in 2025? And to some degree, yeah, them staying on older hardware was probably and was a problem. So for the longest time, I believe the devs were able to keep servers and VAC as a whole just afloat, which was the main reason they stayed on 1080 Ti's for as long as they did. And that's just simply because it worked. They didn't want to change anything, mess things up like we have now, because they probably saw this coming. But I think a lot of players have been stating and also agreeing that for them waiting this long, well, to upgrade their servers, upgrade their hardware, it's held them back and put them back just a few years, just not being on the schedule anymore. Now, when it comes to cheaters inside CS2 and devs using AI and technology, anything of that matter to catch said cheaters, the old hardware really wasn't good enough for that. And as most of you know, as CS2 was releasing, Valve was kind of talking about, and there's a lot of rumors and leaks behind the scenes of AI doing Overwatch, AI banning players. And we've even seen bits and pieces of that so far in 2024 and 2025 for CS2, but I don't think that was in full force, unlike now with this new hardware. What I will say is, because of how old the hardware was that we had before, I gotta say devs didn't do too bad of a job. But on the other side of things, since we've been using that old hardware, software, and cheating detection for so long, that when the devs came in and just switched it all up, oh, that's a problem. Because now the devs have to tweak and fix all those problems the old hardware wasn't able to fix, which will definitely take some time, but when it is fixed, it's gonna be more secure, and players will not only have a better time on CS2, yet VAC as a whole will be loads better. Now, going forward within the next few weeks, I don't believe we're gonna see too many updates, announcements, or changes to VAC until sometime after the Austin Major. But when we do, what we do know is that AI and this new hardware is the future of VAC. And what Valve is going to be doing next is most likely going to be industry and game changing for all players. Over the next 2 months, I hope we start seeing less cheaters, more action taken from Valve, and more of VACnet 3.0 doing its job. Let me know what you guys think. How's your experience with cheaters with inside CS2? Seems like everyone has a different story, everyone has a different take on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Fallout.